We are back after a rest day, and we are doing back. Mainly focusing on my lats today. I needed the rest day yesterday. Work has been exhausting, and I had worked out for like 6 days in a row, so I was due. I was definitely due for a rest day. But I'm feeling good today. We're gonna crush it. Start off with some bent over row, do some wide pull-ups and some lat pull down, and then we will probably do some pullovers of some flavor. That's probably what's gonna go down. So let's get started. All right, we got our warm-up set of 135 on the bar. Not too cold tonight. I think it's like mid-50s right now, so get a couple warm-up sets in and we can lose the sweatshirt. Alright, we got our secondary warm-up set of 185, so we'll knock this down. I'm gonna get the straps and lose the sweatshirt. Alright, got our next set, 225 on the rack, and we will knock out a set of this. Maybe 2 sets of this. I don't know, we'll see. But we're gonna work our way back to 245. Well, that was an excellent set. I'm gonna go straight up to 245. Alright, let's get going at this first set of 245. We're feeling good tonight. Alright, we're going up to 255. We're gonna cross the 250 pound bent over row, because we are feeling good. Alright, it's gonna be 255. It's be a new PR. I know that going up 20 pounds in a bent over row PR is kind of, well, maybe not a lot, but Definitely is at a higher rate than I've been going at, but you know what? I feel good. So we're gonna go ahead and do a 265 bent over row and see how we do. Even if I just crank out a few reps, I'm feeling really good and this train is going, and I don't intend to stop it. At least not for one more set. Here we go, 265. Yeah. Pretty out of gas for that, but I will take that. That was excellent. I'm gonna get some of this cleaned up and we're gonna move on to some wide grip pull-ups. All right. Now we'll knock down some wide grip pull-ups. What I thought about is I do them normally facing this way, but there's like a bar down here at the bottom that my feet bump into, and I've been having an issue with keeping my feet from kicking around. So I'm almost wondering if I flip around and do them from this side and can kind of and push my feet forward, if that'll help me keep my feet from kicking around. So I'm gonna try a set like that and see if that'll help. And if not, then I'll just flip back around and do it the normal way. Alright, let's go ahead and give this first set a try. And then I think after this first set, I'm also going to try using the lifting straps and see if that helps me take some of the grip strength out of it too. And if that helps me isolate my back a little more. But we'll see how this goes. So it did help. My arms did kind of brush right here, but I don't really feel like it impeded on the movement a whole lot. It was just like, it's just like weird to feel my arms touching something back there, you know? But I don't think it like impeded on anything. And I don't really think my feet moved much at all. So if this is how we're going to improve, then I think we'll try another set and see how it feels. Alright, let's go ahead and give these another go. I think I'm going to do at least 3 sets of these. And I don't think I'm going to use the straps because my grip strength didn't really seem to give out. It was more just my back was tired. But maybe in the third set we'll use the straps, see how it goes. Okay, being able to put my feet out is increasing my reps actually, which is a win all the way around. Better form and more reps. Can't really hate on that at all. I'm gonna break out the lifting straps on this. Hopefully it doesn't take me a million years to get situated here. Alright, here we go. lifting straps were cool on that. Definitely on these last couple, on the later sets, I could see, I feel like I got a couple more out of it. And then especially on the last set, or the last rep, really trying to go to failure. I feel like I could really try to achieve for failure better. I think I'm gonna do one more set of those, and then we'll move on and do some focused lat pull down. All right, here we go. This will be our last set. That is it. Definitely gonna be using the straps for as much as I can, because man, they really just do help with everything. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get the lat pull down set up and we'll move on to that. Also an update on our weird light dilemma from last time. I plugged it again back into where it was plugged in, just to see if that would, if it was just that outlet of the strip that was bad, but nope. So I'm not sure why that light just happened to crap out on us last time, but hey, whatever. Alright, so we're gonna try this angle of lat pull down and see if this works or not. Eventually I'll get a camera that has a wide angle lens, and that is going to make a world of difference in terms of ease of filming it here in the greenhouse of power. But for now, we just got to get a little creative. So right now I got 140 pounds on the loading pin. That is where we ended off last time, and that is where we will begin this time. Get the straps on there good. I took a look at the clip and the lighting was a little rough. So we will just go back to this angle and we will be mindful of the butt crack, hopefully. Give ourselves a good hoik here before we begin. Alright, here we go. I did just remember that I told myself last time that I would do single arm pull downs the next time I did a good lat workout, which I completely forgot about until just now. Oh well, we only got one more set of this. If we had two more sets, then I would take the time and switch over, but we're just gonna crank out one more set of these and then we'll move on to some pullovers. Well, that was excellent. I'm going to get this cleaned up and I'm going to do some single arm pullovers. Alright. We got our single arm pullovers ready. I'm going to do the flip flop and go back and forth and just burn all the way out. Starting with my weak side. And then we will move on to, actually I think this will just be it, then we're done. Might do some, might end off with some rear delt flies, but we'll see after a couple sets of this. Yeah. Okay. I'm only going to do one more set of these. I am feeling my lats all the way down. So I'm going to do one more set of these and then we'll knock out a couple sets of some rear delt flies because I want to keep chipping away at the rear delt mountain. That's gonna be the end of that. Move on to some rear delt flies. Grab our dumbbells here. Conveniently already on 20 pounds. We'll knock out a couple sets of these and we will be done. I'm almost at the point with that exercise where I feel like I want to go up in weight, but I don't know. Just don't really think it's necessary yet. Stay at the 20s and just burn it out. I think that's just kind of, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, you know? Alright. Go ahead and knock out our last set here and we will be done, so. I'm going to stand on this side, see if the lighting looks any better from this side. That is it. That is going to be it for this workout. Excellent day. Freaking crushed it. You know, we're taking rest days. I hate doing it because I just like keeping the ball rolling, but every time I do, I come back and just have freaking ample energy, just ready to crush it. So, can't hate on the rest day. You know, ride the fine line, I guess. But we are going to now go head inside and hit the bike. I'm out of sunlight, so no cardio walk. So that's fine though. I took the dogs on a walk with my wife earlier, so I'll get my cardio in. But yeah, that's gonna be that. We will be back tomorrow with arms.